Okay, so let's continue from where we left off from the previous video. So now after issuing the get command with the HTTP, we had this response. Take your time and analyze. We see that we have the response HTTP 1.1200 OK, which means whatever resources we're trying to access was successful. So you have 200 OK. You have the server being Apache, last modified, severing content, etc. and the content. So this is the header file you need to analyze. Take your time, analyze it, and make sure you understand. Oh yeah, okay. So now, what next are we supposed to do from here? Let me clear the screen. So as we said, let me say that once you have analyzed item, each line, we can also restart the Apache services if required. If you want to restart the Apache service, which means you have to go to your server machine, which is this, to restart. So you see that this is a server. If you want to work on the server, this is the client we're working with. So you come back to the Apache web server. You can say system ctl restart Apache 2. Mostly you restart your server in case you have made some modifications in your code. So we are just trying to see if the restart will work. So we have restarted it. If you want to stop your Apache, we say ctl stop. So I'm just trying to let you see all these commands. All this one we are typing in the web-server. Apache stop. Oh yeah, okay. Now you can type system ctl help to show you some of the commands you can. So let me just type it again. So this one shows us some of the commands we can add with the system. Okay. So what next? Let's try to make some configuration changes in our system. So inside the web server, we are going to create a folder in our host to hold some configuration. So we need to create what we call HTTP DCOM file in our host system so that it can copy into that server when we are creating it. So to do that, let's go to, we are still in the web server. So let's say, how do we create it? Let's go to our, say, we go to our host. So this is the host. So we are coming to the host. So right now we have 3 interfaces. So we come to the host, not the client machines. So we say mkdir -p, which means if any subfolder is not there, it's supposed to be created automatically. So we say within web.server folder, which we already have. Let me enlarge it. /etc/apache2. So we are in the host machine, not in the virtual terminals. So we are creating this subfolder. We already have the web server. We are adding etc and Apache. So it's created. So when I type ls ltr, we have our web server. I can say ls dash ltr space web.server. So you see that we now have the etc. When you go to the etc, you see the Apache also. So the next thing is to edit a file or create a file under the Apache. So you can still stand here and say sudo nano web server /etc /apache2 httpd.conf. So say enter the password recall. So inside here we just have to enter these following commands in it. This is server name, enter exactly 127.0.0.1. Then when you finish, Control O, Control X to exit. Yeah, okay. So now we can close, minimize it. So now let's go into our web server. Let's go into our web server and edit. Which one do you have to edit? The starter file. Okay, so still here in the host, the commands say we should go into it, so we are going to say nano sudo nano web dot server that start up. So we are into that file. Let's see, it opens. So we need to add this command after the IP link setup. So say system ctl start Apache 2. So instead of us always typing it on the command line, we can add it to the file and save it. Yeah, okay, so now we have say Control O, Control X. So now we've added it. So all that we have to do, let's see. So now I've made these changes. We have stopped the server, etc. Now let's crash our terminal, so by saying L crash. So we are typing the L crash in our host to crash everything so that we can restart again. Now, as we said, when you use L crash, it stops it and deletes all the files it has created. So now we can now start the service again by saying L start. Now, the purpose of doing that, we want to make sure that the Apache will start automatically because you have added the system ctl start Apache in the web server starter file. So when you say L start, the Apache should also start automatically. So let's start it. And let's wait. So we have let's see. Let's be patient for it. It'll start. So when it starts, we just have to check and see if the Apache has started automatically, because you have added the system CTL status or start configuration in the web server starter file. Let's wait. Let's wait for it to finish the setups. It's taking time, but it'll start, so let's be patient and wait for it. It's taking too much time to start. It'll come. Let's be patient and wait for it to start. Okay, the web client has started initializing. Okay, the web server has also started. Okay, so now let's check from the web server to see if the Apache is up. So let me enlarge it and say system CTL status Apache 2. Yeah, it's up because in our configuration we added a system CTL start Apache, so it's up. Yeah, okay. So now we are come to check the other HTTP method. So far we have looked at the GET. We have other HTTP method that we can use also. So let's go into the web client because Apache is already running. So let's minimize the web server and open the web client. And let's telnet again. So say telnet 192.168.150.2, which is the server IP address, the port number 80. Then enter twice. Then here we are using post front space HTTP 1.0. Let me try 1.1 and see. Then enter. So you see, say bad request. Okay. Now I didn't add the front slash. Sorry, I'm supposed to add a front slash, so let me do it again. So post front slash HTTP front slash 1.1. Okay. So I think I need to use the 1.0 version. So telnet post front slash HTTP front slash 1.0. Okay, so let's see. We can see the header files here. Okay, so we have 1.0 OK Ubuntu. So here we have used HTTP. You can try to use a header trace. Let's see. Okay, let's repeat. So post is giving us this. So as for assignment, copy this, save it. Let's change. Copy this and save it somewhere. Let's compare against another method that we are going to use. We are going to use the head. So this time, let me clear again. So telnet 80, say head front slash HTTP front slash 1.0. So that also give us this. So compare and see the response. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the next thing is that we are going to try to see to capture some messages using our TC dump. Okay. So first of all, in order to do that, we have to go to our server and try to capture the packet. And the last time we created a capture folder, okay, in our host. When you go to cd ... come to our host and say ls-ltr, we have a folder called capture. If you don't have it, create it. mdk mpdir captures and enter. I already have it, so to give you capture directory already exists. If you don't have it, create it here now using this command. So I'll go back to my lab wk1. Okay, there. So now back to my server. we are coming to initiate or restart our TC dump on the web server to capture any packet or any response between the client and the web server. So we say, let me maximize it, TCP dump minus v minus I eta 0 minus S 0 minus W, then say host home / our captures and our file that we want it to use to create, or our file name to hold the captured file. So we call it http1.pcap. Just continue typing pcap and you're okay. So you see that it's listening. So now we can go to our client and use what we call a LinX text-based browser to try to connect to the IP address. So just type LNX LNXS, then the IP address 192.168.150.2. Then let's enter. So you see that this one gives us this information. So what we can do is to now you can scroll through to see the information. We can now exit by Ctrl+C. We can also go to the server to stop the TCP dump. So go to the web server, Ctrl+C to stop it. Then let's go to our host and cd, or we can just say Wireshark, start it. Then let's go and load our file that we have created. So you go to File, Open. We need to go to the folder where we have our capture file. So I'm go to Home CD, then go to Captures, then this is the file we have created. So now you can see the files we created. Yeah, okay, and this is the response. When you go to, let's say, the HTTP, we can analyze the frames. Response as you saw, and we can look at the transmission protocol. So we have the port number, we have the source port number. Let's see internet protocol. These are the protocol. Let's see Ethernet. So we can see the destination. Let's see the IP. So for your IP protocol, you can see the IP address, the source IP address, and the destination IP address. Okay, so you can take your time to analyze this. This is the second. So take your time and go through. You can locate the header packets. So HTTP header packets, they're all there. Take your time and analyze it. HTTP transfer protocol, the head. Everything is here. So take your time, go through it, and let's see what you find. Okay. Let's pause for this video. It's taking too much long, and come back again for the final part.